Christine in front of Brady.
That's really good.
Just as they were.
Welcome to this nice, warm, sunny May Day. We are so happy to have you here with us today. I know that when it's a pretty day like this and it's a Sunday and it's easy to just think, I think I'm going to take a nap and not go to that concert. So thank you for being here to hear what we've been working on for the second half of this semester. My name is Deborah Lynn. I'm director of this fine ensemble, And just a couple things I want to say before we move forward, and that is please silence your cell phones if you haven't already. This is a really resonant room, so everything makes noise. Everything's very loud. And we do a lot of music without accompaniment, especially this semester. I don't know why it fell that way, but it did. So just any little thing can really distract their ears from each other. So also turn yourself off, your own voice. Yeah, so whispers, no, save it for later, okay? So they know, they'll tell you, I'll turn around and go, stop. Because it distracts me too. So just try to enjoy the sound of the group. So you're going to hear two ensembles today. We're not doing the program in order as it's listed there. We're just going to do selections from that program. That's our tour program also. So we try to mix it up a little bit and not do the exact same thing every time so that it stays fresh for us. So I'll be announcing a lot of the pieces for you, but translations are in there for the non-English works. But you'll hear some chamber singers music and some a cappella choir music. If you're an old a cappella choir follower from years ago, our numbers are down. We've got a small group this year, and it was last year as well. This is COVID. Yeah, it's coming up, it's moving along, but it's going to take a little while. So for anything wind-oriented, it's just hard to build that back up. Part of the reason for that is the high school students didn't sing during COVID. They didn't have high school choir, so they get to college and it's not a part of their life anymore. So it's just hard to convince them, you need this in your life. So, but it'll get there. We'll build it back up. It will grow. Choral music will come back for all of you. So hang in there. But if you like to sing, join a choir someday, because they probably are looking for people, yeah, wherever you are. There's a church choir here. Their director's pretty good. It's me. Anyway, so the next piece we're going to do is, I don't know, what is it? Oh, look, they know. I love it. The next piece we're going to do is a Renaissance piece called Fa una canzona. And yeah, just maybe ignore the translation because it's sort of not really appropriate for church. But it's really fun to sing. Some very fast-flying Italian for you.
Fa una canzona senza note nere, fa una canzona senza note nere, se m'aggramassi la mia grazia avere, fa ad un tono che invita a dormire, dolcemente, dolcemente facendola finire, fa ad un tono che invita a dormire, dolcemente, dolcemente facendola finire. Per entro non vi spargere durezze, per entro non vi spargere durezze, che le mie orecchie non vi sono avvezze. Falla ad un tono che invita a dormire, dolcemente, dolcemente facendola finire. Falla ad un tono che invita a dormire, dolcemente, dolcemente facendola finire.
Our next two pieces are in French, en français. So, Two Chansons by Claude Debussy. Anybody know, have you heard that name before? Raise your hand if you know Claude Debussy. Yay, very good. He's got some greatest hits out there that just about everybody knows. Clair de Lune is the big piano thing, yeah. But what a lot of people don't know is that he wrote some choral music too. The problem is his choral music is a lot like his piano music. Very hard. It's very difficult. Lots of 16th notes, lots of little inner voice things going on. So it's tricky stuff, on top of the fact that only one person in this group speaks French fluently. So it was quite a task, but we love these pieces. They're really beautiful. So we're going to do them right in a row. So translations are there for you. The second one features mezzo-soprano soloist Mackenzie Sheridan. And she has one more year at Manchester, and then she's going to go hit the audition circuit and try to be an opera singer. So I'm super excited to watch that career take off. So, two Debussy chansons. I keep catching Randy off guard, sorry. I'm sneaky with microphones. We're going to do 2 more pieces, and then we're going to take a little break for just about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and do some more. But our next piece is conducted by Mason Canola, who's been my student conductor for 3 years. Wow, it's been a while. So Mason was in my conducting class when he was a sophomore. And like the second week of class, I was like, this kid's brain works differently than anybody else's. And that's how conductors are. There's performers, and then there's composers and conductors. And composers and conductors have a different kind of a hat that they wear. And so Mason can do both. Most conductors can, but there's just a different thought process. So I knew pretty quick he was going to be able to do that, and he really liked conducting, so now that's what he wants to do, so I'm excited about that. Mason's graduating this year. He's going to go to Butler to do his master's degree in conducting. So, and his goal in life is to conduct operas. So yes, I am an opera evangelist, in case you're wondering. If you think you hate opera, come talk to me, and I will win you over for the sake of opera. I will save your opera soul. Kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not, don't strike me down. Anyway, so Mason's going to conduct this next piece. It's a folk song that Gustav Holst took and arranged it for voices, and it's quite lovely. It's called I Love My Love. And then after that, we're going to do what I like to call our communion hymn. It's The Drunken Sailor. Okay. Mason, are you ready to take over? Because I think I'm done.
I heard a maiden What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Early in the morning. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. Hi-ho, till he's sober. Hi-ho, till he's sober. Hi-ho, till he's sober. Hi-ho, hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. Ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Pull at the plug and wet 'em all over. Pull at the plug and wet 'em all over. Pull at the plug and wet 'em all over early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises early morning. Dabba-dabba-da-dum, dabba-dabba-da-dum, dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him. Put him in the scuppers with a hose pipe on him early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises early morning. Keep him by the leg and a running bowling. Keep him by the leg and a running bowling. Keep him by the leg and a running bowling. Keep him by the leg and a rolling bowling. Keep him by the leg and a running bowling early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises.
We're back in 10. Yep. Yeah, that's it. We're back in 10. And we're back. I fired half the group, so now this is all we're left with. I'm kidding. This is the Chamber Singers. They are auditioned from within a cappella choir. And yeah, so they rehearse on the days when a cappella choir doesn't rehearse. So these folks have a everyday commitment. So and they're not all music majors, so that's extraordinary, I think. I'm always proud of that about this group. But we do works that are primarily composed for smaller ensembles. So it's just 2, maybe 3 on a part, sometimes 1 on a part, depends on what we decide to do. We're going to start off with an interesting little comparison. There are 2 pieces in your program with the same title, and they're both Ave Verum Corpus. And one's by Mozart and one's by William Byrd. William Byrd came first, and we're going to do that one first, and then we're going to do the Mozart, and Mason is going to conduct the Mozart. But I like to do that sometimes with my choirs, is to show them that many different composers often set the same text. And so this is a text that is an old Latin text. It comes from the Catholic liturgy, and it normally would have been a communion hymn. So this really is a communion hymn. And but one thing that's really interesting, if you compare these two, you might notice it as you're listening, is that Byrd set the entire text. Mozart left out the Holy Jesus part at the end. So his does not have, my music's all mixed up. This is not good. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Mozart left out the little O dulcis, o pie, o Jesu. So he stops right before that part in his version. I don't know why, but he did. So we're going to do it the way he wrote it, because we just run out of music when we get that far. Okay. All right, 2 Ave Verums. back to English. This next piece is actually written for larger groups, so it requires these kiddos to be one on a part in a lot of places. So I wanted to give them that challenge, and so they've risen to it very well. But it's a gorgeous piece on a Scottish poem, and it's called "The Stars Stand Up in the Air." So I'm going to address a question that comes up and has come up a little bit lately. It's kind of hard to talk about, but I want you all to know, if you're in this community, or if you're alums of the choir or whatever, that I'm okay to talk about this, so feel free to ask me questions. But Manchester, you've all heard, has probably, hopefully you've heard, if this is a shock, I'm sorry, to end my position at the end of next year. So I'll still be here next year. I've turned in my contract, so they, gave me that much time. But, so I don't know what's going to happen after that. I can't answer those questions for you. What I'm saying is I'm here for the kids. I know they're not really kids, but I call them kids. They're my kids, and I'm here for them, and I'm here for good music. So what happens beyond that, I don't know. But anyway, we shall see. But I'm just going to keep trucking like I always do. I'm not going to work any less hard. And I'm not going to love these people any less. In fact, I love them more. But I wanted to say that because it's been a hard year for these groups. When they got that announcement, and it chokes me up a little bit to talk about it because they just have really rallied around me and just been so wonderful and kind and loving, and I've appreciated it so much. But, it's been a morale roller coaster. But by golly, they're coming to rehearsal and they're doing their work. And, we just take it a day at a time. And I'm always proud of these ensembles. But I'm more proud this year than I've ever been because they've had some hard things to deal with. And we decided right away, we're going to be positive. We're going to do good things while we can. And so they smile and we laugh together and we cry together. We've done a little bit of that. But it's a lovely little ensemble that has really bonded over some difficulties this year. We've also, for some reason, since March, been plagued with illnesses. That it's not COVID, but it's just a lot of these kiddos are sick, and I don't know if it's stress or if they're wearing themselves out or what, but it's been really hard. So there's been a lot of adversities for them to deal with this semester. So I'm super proud of them. One of the things that I love to teach is musicality. And that last piece that we did, and hopefully all of the pieces that we're performing for you today, but some of them are more obvious about it, that you can't sing these things to a click track. It changes. It depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on how they're sounding. It depends on the room. Depends on whether we're too hot and we just want to get out of here or what. But I've always said that live music, people will always want to hear live music because it's human. And so it's not always perfect because it's not put together with a computer. But the trade-off is you get real heart and soul in it. And so it moves and it bends and it's flexible, it's elastic. And so as a composer myself, I can say the last thing I want to do is hear somebody perform my pieces like they're on a click track. So you're going to hear a lot of push-pull in this next piece too. And that's intentional. It's not accidental. We just have learned to play together that way. And it changes from time to time. So try to appreciate that as you're listening. And that's why the same piece can sound different from different performers because of that human element. We all experience it differently. So I hope that you enjoy our last piece for chamber singers, which is Over the Rainbow.
So tops, away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, they fly. Birds fly over the rainbow wide, then oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly above the rainbow, why oh why can't I?
All right, we're going to bring a cappella up here to join us. And I'm going to blow my nose. Sorry. So our final pieces on the program are all include organ accompaniment. So we have Alan Chambers over here, and he is not with us every week, so he just gets to throw in at the end, and that's always exciting. Yay, something new a week before the concert. Awesome. But he does a great job, and the students really like these pieces a lot. The first piece we're going to do is The Call, a beautiful little piece. If you're ever looking for a wedding number, this comes in a solo version. If you're looking for a wedding number that's not like a pop tune, yeah? This is a great one. So it's The Call by Rafe Vaughan Williams. Comes in a lot of different keys. So it's a nice one for weddings, for whatever range your singer has. And our soloists for this are going to be Kyla Andrews and Braden Hoggett.
Such
Sorry, Randy. He's quick, man. We got to put that guy on the track team. You can't see him, but he's like, woof. Our next piece is by my, probably one of my top 3 favorite composers, Benjamin Britten, Jubilate Deo.
Oh, be joyful in the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness, and come before His presence with a song. Be sure that the Lord is God. It is He that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are His people, we are the sheep of His pasture. Oh, go your way into His gates with thanksgiving, and into His courts with praise. Be thankful unto Him, and speak good of His name. For the Lord is gracious. His mercy is everlasting, and His truth, from
In case you're wondering, those weren't wrong notes. There's a lot of dissonance in that piece. So it's one of the things that makes it hard to learn because, you know, when we sing, we want to sound pretty. And it's like, that can't be right. Yep, it is. Britain's famous for that. Before we do our last piece, I want to recognize my seniors. There aren't a whole lot graduating out this year. So the good news is a lot of these people will be back next year, so we get to build on this strong foundation, which is wonderful. But we want to wish our seniors well. I always give them a senior gift and take them out for a swanky dinner during tour, so that comes later. So right now I'm just going to verbally acknowledge them. And one of them is not here today, but that's Alexis Crawford. We're just going to pretend this is Alexis right here. She's an alto. So give Alexis a hand. Yay, Alexis. Then there's Mason Canola that you met earlier. Okay. Oh no, I've forgotten my third one. Hold on. Help me. Oh, brother. Look at her. She's looking all snarky at me. It's Elizabeth Schmidt. Yay. So yeah, that's funny, because Elizabeth and Mason have been in choir for 4 years, so I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I think it's just wishful thinking. I just want her to stick around longer. But anyway, so yeah, these guys all have their plans. They're getting ready to do things, go out and adult, and we're so excited and happy to see where life takes them. So hooray, seniors. Our last piece for you today is, I forgot what it is. Oh, how could I forget? Herbert Howell's Magnificat. The Magnificat is a Latin word. And it's the word that we use when we describe the part in the Bible where Mary responds to the angel who's just told her she's going to have baby Jesus. Now, this is really pretty, and I keep telling these folks, I would not sound like this if I were speaking to the angel if he just gave me that news. So Mary was a better woman than I am, for sure. I would have made the dissonant noises. But this is a really beautiful piece by Herbert Howells, another British composer and organist. So there's some really cool stuff coming from Alan on this one as well. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you for coming today. If you would like to donate to the choir and help us defray our touring costs, there will be some folks at the doors with offering plates that you can put money in. If you'd like to do that, if you want to write a check, you can do that to Manchester University. You just put choir tour in the memo line. So anyway, and if you don't want to give money, that's okay too. Admission's free today, but if you'd like to help us out with that, we'd appreciate it. So Herbert Howell's Magnificat.